Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much trouble are the Lakers in with all these injuries?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even taking the Bron stuff out of it, to be honest with you, with them, and especially even with a lot of contending teams, you're trying to be as healthy as you can when it comes to getting into the playoffs and just being in the playoffs and being ready for the playoffs. I don't think that we foresaw necessarily all of these injuries coming up, especially for certain teams. But on the other hand, they only got a certain amount of days off. I mean, you're talking, couple months, so even me, I kind of expected a little bit. I didn't expect this amount of injuries, but you also had COVID, especially to the Lakers team. So I don't think they're necessarily in a ton of trouble, but of course you don't want to be in the play-in. But at the end of the day, you got to be healthy, because if you're not healthy and you're draining yourself into the play-in or, trying to get, a higher seed, you're going to be kind of out of business anyway once you get into the playoffs. Yeah. So the main thing, especially for them, Anthony Davis is made out of glass. We already seen that. At the end of the day, with LeBron, he's been one of the most durable that we've ever seen, if not the most durable that we've ever seen. Thank you. But
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But it's definitely not a great feeling. I mean, you don't want to be in the play-in. The Warriors are hot right now, but I don't necessarily
Wardell.
Young. Wardell.
I don't necessarily think it's a heap of trouble. Let's say that. If they're healthy, they will get past the Dubs, because Steph Curry's only one player. And the two other times that they played against them, we seen what happened earlier this year when they had everybody. And, then the Lakers just got to worry about going against the Suns or the Jazz at that point.
Casey, I'll ask this to you. What is the best case scenario you're looking at for the Lakers right now? They're saying LeBron's ankle, from multiple reports, he's going to have to deal with some pain. We've never really seen LeBron in a situation where he's dealt with an injury like this. He's been pretty durable, 17 plus seasons, Olympics, finals. He's never really had any injury problems that have lingered.
10 straight runs.
But if he is hampered, 80 to 85% is his best case scenario. Let's say hypothetically, where do you see the Lakers going from here?
Oh, that's going to be tough. But you know what? They get saved because the West ain't that strong.
No.
That doesn't mean that they don't have good teams, but they don't have any dominant teams out there that they got to fear.
You feel like almost like a toss-up when it comes to the top.
Exactly.
Suns,
like they don't have a Brooklyn. They don't have even a Philly. I don't think in the
It's
in
the
West.
Lakers, but they not it right now.
And it's the Lakers, but
they've been hurt all year.
I think healthy the Lakers could get got too. I think they missing Rondo. I think they missing Dwight Howard. Now Andre Drummond, it seems like that will work, but that hasn't. Maybe they unleash him when everybody gets involved, but there's just something a little off with the Andre Drummond thing. So I think they could get got, but that's also going to help the Lakers though, because the Lakers they don't. What the only matchup I don't think they will quote not want would be, ironically, to get out of the play-in tournament, be 6 and play the Clippers.
Probably that first round year.
You know what I mean? So.
Because the Blazers Clippers, that's an interesting matchup. But
Yeah.
Lakers Clippers.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I think the Clippers coming out of the West.
Ooh.
So they finally gonna do what they were supposed to do. They finally gonna get it done. PG finally. You trust PG now?
Playoff PG.
I didn't say I trust PG. I didn't say I trust
playoff Rondo.
Do they need PG to get out of the West?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hold on, they don't got
Playing well.
they don't got
Okay.
playoff
They need
Rondo.
in some form to do something.
So
I like PG. I like PG.
What is
so
the
I'm rooting for him.
arbitrary decision, the arbitrary factor that makes the decision that, okay, this time PG's gonna do it?
Rondo.
Playoff Rondo.
They still been having trouble in the clutch.
And look here, I don't even like Rondo like that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even like, but I mean the playoff thing is real. Him with this Clippers team so far. I'm with you.
And
I don't like Rondo.
I just remember PG getting outplayed by Joe Ingles. That's all I remember.
It happened.
Playoff Joe, baby.
It happened.
Was out there talking major trash.
Facts.
The Lakers are interesting because when you look at the Lakers, I will say this, okay? Anybody with a blind eye would tell you if Anthony Davis is on the court and he's healthy, which obviously the last couple of weeks and it hasn't been. If LeBron James is out there, you've got a chance against anybody most of the time. Him 80, 85% is better than a lot of guys at 100%.
Yeah.
I will say though, going into the playoffs, the one thing the Lakers didn't have last year that they had last year obviously was, number one, there was a virus that went throughout the whole world.
Yeah,
so they had to stop the play on the court. And then they caught another break in the bubble because, like we talked about, Rondo hurt his hand. And then
he didn't play for us that much, really.
Exactly.
But when he came back, he was fresh.
No,
He
that's
was
fresh.
fresh, and he was ready to go. And he had like that 10 game spurt where he was just really, productive. So the Lakers, maybe it was because of we didn't notice it a lot last year because with the bubble, they had a lot of time off. They had to reset everything. They had a couple of games where they, got their feet underneath them. Yeah. But now it's like,
they also played the longest last year with the Heat, and the Heat dealt with a lot of injuries as we saw in the beginning of if you look at the final 4 teams that went as long as they did in the bubble, all those 4 teams have been hurt, injured, COVIDed out.
Yeah,
now I'm not necessarily saying that other teams haven't, but I'm saying they went the farthest.
The NBA, they kind of, they went above and beyond to appease the fans with, okay, let's bring the season back quick. And we appreciated it, but now it's kind of backfiring a little bit because you're seeing a lot of
Donovan Mitchell's
dudes' bodies wasn't able
Jamal
to
Murray
really get back to where they should have been. So
it's all bad.
But what it is, in my opinion, and from everything I heard, it was a double-edged sword, catch-22, because they could have waited a little longer.
How much longer do you think they might have waited if they did?
I mean, ideally, they came back in December. They'd probably want to do something around February. Around Martin Luther King. But
perfect.
From everything that I could gather, the players wanted their summer back. Everybody always talked about flipping the schedule and having it go throughout the summer. The players didn't like that. Yeah, they want their summer back.
Families.
So to do essentially to get back on schedule, they had to sacrifice this season almost.
I'm with you.
So they could get back on schedule to the regular one. And that's, I mean, there was no perfect scenario because, like I said, if they wait longer, the players they're not going to get their summer, and they're not going to get the Olympics. Some of them want to go to the Olympics.
I was going to bring that up. The Olympics is this summer coming up because they had to skip last year.
They were trying to force that in there.
So they kind of had to do what they had to do, and there was some casualties along the way, unfortunately. So
All right, we're waiting to see, man. The Lakers are hurting right now. We'll see what happens. LeBron comes back, and we don't know.
But we ain't. Let me make sure before I say anything. We ain't gonna mention make sure they ain't eliminated. We ain't gonna mention the Kings being in a Kings playoff run.
We ain't doing
so KC, you'll come to find out is
they're not dead yet. They not
and
dead
you see
yet.
that face right there? That man is done with his Kings right now.
It's over. It was over when they picked Bagley.
He's actually been playing better now. I don't know what he did in Arizona, but ever since he got back, he's been playing better.
Hey, hear me out though.
Matter.
That's who's about to get bounced out of the play-in.
Who?
That boy that everybody think they should have took. That's
Luka?
about to get bounced out of the play-in. That's about to get bounced out of the play-in.
Yeah, I don't see them necessarily winning that first round series. If they stay where they at, going against the Nuggets, even without Jamal Murray, I don't got them winning.
Sean P, you didn't hear me.
He said
that's who's getting bounced out of the play-in.
Oh, you think it's going down like that?
They're only a game ahead of y'all, so
but they on the tiebreaker. That's the only. Yeah, we know we're gonna win it. We don't have no one playing tonight, and we still gonna beat the Rockets and Kevin Porter Jr.
We wait and see, man. Someone's going home.